But at the same time, I am kind of excited. But that's just because I'm fucking deprived of Dragon Age content, and I need something. Bro's been edging me for years. For years. They've been edging me with Dragon Age. Give me the game, man. Greetings everyone and welcome back to a new video. Now today I wanted to talk about Dragon Age, the Veilguard. I almost wanted to say Dreadwolf already. Yeah, I haven't really talked about Dragon Age at all on my channel as far as I know, even though I have played the games on Twitch. But I've been following them since pretty young, and I feel like I still want to talk about it no matter what, because I just want to give my opinions about the game. I'm still partially excited for it, and I still want to show that excitement a little bit, and also talk about just the factual side of this article and just my own subjective opinion towards what they've basically written here. Because I agree with some things here, I don't agree with a couple things here, and I just wanted to talk about it in general. Alright, this will be mostly opinionated, I will say that. But let's get to it. I'm not going to reread the article because I did this on my own time. I also checked some Twitter posts already, I believe from the developers about the game. But they didn't want to spoil as much, which makes sense because we will get something pretty soon. But that being said, they changed the title. Now, I'm going to be honest. I feel like Dreadwolf was actually a very beautiful title. And it definitely, well, it does put a lot of focus into one of the characters in Inquisition. I don't want to spoil it for the sake of spoiling. I still feel like at the same time, I'm kind of like, I would say it's a good thing to switch the title, because putting so much focus on this one character might feel like everything else kind of feels like unimportant. Like people are playing the game because of what is said in the title, because of this, because of the story, and they're going to follow up mostly of the main campaign. If you get like a general idea with the title, like just a general subject, or it would be a little bit better. Like for example, Dragon Age Origins, yeah, it's the first game. Origins can be seen as the first of something, but it's such a broad term that you can interpret it in so many ways. Whereas Dreadwolf, you kind of know where the story is going to probably lead into. So I feel like changing it to Veilguard, now I'm not that into the lore. I think maybe that I don't know if there are guards of the Veil. I assume there might be. It kind of reminds me of the Guardians of the Speed Force. But yeah, so I think I don't mind the title. But what I do actually dislike a little bit, and this is maybe such a small issue for me, it's the word "the." It's literally just "the." If you would have called this Dragon Age Veilguard, I actually wouldn't have minded. It's just such an odd extra word to put into it. I don't know. I don't know. It feels odd. Because obviously it probably means to like specify. See, but this is the issue as well. If you put the Veilguard, I'm going to assume the title is meant as an like you're going to emphasize the word Veilguard. So there's probably something in the story where the part Veilguard is very important. But again, when it comes to titles, I feel like these things need to be like spread out. They need to be broad. They need to have multiple meanings, implications. I can't even say the word anymore. I'm just so tired. But this is just like title based. Obviously, this is just a small pet peeve of mine. I'm sort of happy they changed Dreadwolf, but at the same time, I just dislike the whole The Veilguard. I also find it very funny that when they say we proudly introduce you to the Veilguard, you get to this page and then it just still shows Dreadwolf everywhere. It's like, I just love how they haven't fully changed everything. Now, I'm also kind of skeptical of changing the title because I feel like, in my opinion, when stuff like this happens, it's probably because they put the focus on Dreadwolf a lot. And then midway, they decided to like scrap a lot of ideas and just add new characters and do this and do that and just change or add a couple villains and stuff like that. And they feel like, you know what? We need to change the title of Dreadwolf because I feel like it's not going to be completely the full story anymore. Like now I almost get the feeling that this whole Dreadwolf chapter is going to be done within the first 20 hours of the game. And then a new issue arrives. And then I'm just there thinking like, yeah, I kind of came here to play because of this part of the story, and now we're just moving on to the next thing. yeah, I wouldn't know how to feel about it. Even though I did say I'm glad they changed Dreadwolf because of the whole making it a little bit more broad. The other thing that I did notice, and I correct me if I'm mistaken, but I was under the impression that the Inquisitor was still going to be the main hero in the Veilguard. I almost said Dreadwolf again. But they do specify always thrusting you into new conflict. Each game also introduces a new lead hero. The Warden, Hawk, and the Inquisitor. Also, by the way, shout out to the Warden. He's my guy. You know, I know with continuity and stuff like that, but it's an issue. But please, just show his face one more time, man. I miss my guy, you know? I've been with him through everything. Get him back, all right? Okay, that you can call your own. You can expect all that and more with the new game. Yeah, so I'm under the impression now that there's just a new character. So I don't know what happens with the Inquisitor. And they also specify there's 7 unique characters that make up your companions. I'm going to assume, luckily, it's going to be 7 complete different characters. They're slightly less companions than the previous game, I believe. I don't know how many Inquisition had. I think like 9. You had Vivienne, I forgot some of the names. Cole, Varric, Cassandra, Dorian, Solas, Ironball. Did I say Sarah? Am I missing anyone? Oh god, I feel like I'm missing someone very important now. I mean, that's still 8. Oh! Blackwall. Oops. I haven't used him much as a companion, so maybe that's why. And there's probably more that I still forgot. But yeah, basically 9 companions to 7. Not such a big deal. I kind of don't mind having less companions if in turn they have way more story than the previous game. Because you're going to have less companions, I don't want the same length of companion quest, story, dialogue as Inquisition, because then the game is going to feel shorter, way shorter. You're basically getting rid of like an average of 2 companions. And I'm going to assume there's probably, when it comes, I don't know the actual thing about romance, because I know BioWare and their romance, that's just another breed. But I know in Inquisition you could also romance characters outside of your companion. So I wonder if that is still a possibility. And if so, how would that work? Because they do say impact your relationship with them, as well as their lives. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm still intrigued as to, outside of the 7 unique characters, I wonder if there's like going to be a set of companions that you can talk to throughout the game and get to know them as well, or to improve their friendship if it's a previous companion from another game. So, all in all, I'm not fully against this. I'm gonna be honest though, this is my skeptical side, and I will mention this. And I feel like it's very important, and this is why I don't go into the mindset of expecting great things of this game. Because I'm gonna be honest, I love Dragon Age, I love the lore, I love the game. Well, the gameplay always changes somehow, and I feel like now it's gonna change even more. But I love also the atmosphere, aesthetics, just the overall world, and how it's shaped, and I want to dive back into it, but I just recently finished Inquisition again. I'm a little bit tired because I did try to 100% the game, and honestly, it's tired me out. But I'm skeptical because it's not the same BioWare anymore, and we're talking about new people, and they all have their own ideas, and that's fantastic. But I feel like it's gonna be such a massive shift towards compared to the other previous games, that I don't exactly know what to expect, if that makes sense. That's the only reason I'm skeptical. I'm usually, and especially because it also happened mid-development, that I'm just there thinking like, this is probably gonna be a bit of a mess. I'm gonna assume the first 2-3 weeks at least are gonna be having issues with everything, whether it be performance, bugs, everything related, especially with a game like Dragon Age, which is absolutely massive. And the more choices you make in the games, the more companions, the more dialogue, the more coding you have to do, the more strings you have to attach. And it's just like, there's just one small mistake and it can cause so many issues. And that's normal. It's going to be expected with pretty much every single game that's this big. I'm just saying though, mainly because of this whole thing that's been happening within BioWare the past few years, I'm not too excited. But at the same time, I am kind of excited. But that's just because I'm fucking deprived of Dragon Age content. And I need something, man. Like, I don't think you understand. Even if you give me a one-sentence word about the upcoming game, I'm feeding that. I'm rereading that piece of text for the upcoming weeks because there's nothing else. I'm absolutely dried out. Bro's been edging me for years. For years. They've been edging me with Dragon Age. Give me the game, man. I'm fucking tired. I spat, I'm sorry. But basically, this is it. I just wanted to give my opinion about this. It's mainly that I wonder what about this whole new lead hero. If we're actually going to play as the Inquisitor or not. Because I thought it was the Inquisitor. Now this sentence makes me doubt it. I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it for me. I just wanted to give my opinion about this. In the meantime, let me know what you think about the game in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and peace.